Hi, Charles with SirBookSage here. It is Friday, January 19th, 2018, and this is my Friday Reads. I am an IT professional by day, and every once in a while, depending upon what projects are happening, high priority or whatever, my personal life goes out the window, and I work a lot of hours. And that's pretty much been the last 2 weeks for me. Hence, this is my first video I'm doing in this entire week since I did my Patronus video last Saturday, because I've been working and sleeping pretty much, and that's about it. I'm hoping things are going to start settling down soon, but either way, I'm forcing time into my schedule to get back to making videos on a regular basis. Normally, I have videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for those of you who are new. And I will have a Harry Potter video up Monday. I missed this past Monday, so I guess my Patronus video will have to count as this week's video. I'm disappointed, but there's just no way around it, unfortunately. But I am looking forward to that. I've decided to tweak how I go about prepping and recording that video going forward. So when I do get really swamped with work and pressed for really minimal amounts of available time to make videos, I'll be able to offset that, because each Harry Potter video, from reading the chapters, recording, making all my notes, recording the video, editing it, rendering it, exporting it, and then uploading it, and then adding the end cards and various things. That whole entire process is roughly 5 to 7 hours of doing just that, uninterrupted by anything else. So with any interruptions, obviously that balloons into much larger. But I've kind of come up with a process where I think I'm going to start, I'll read a chapter and then record my thoughts on the chapter, then read the next chapter. So I'll be building the video in pieces rather than reading the whole set, 3, 4, 5 chapters, and then doing a one long video. I think I'm just going to kind of break it up into pieces. So it'll be a lot easier if I do get caught for time to finish it up, to get it done. Because I'll be doing it as I go rather than trying to do it all at the end. We'll see how it works. Now, reading-wise, I have probably read only 20 pages this week. This is trilogy month for me. I am reading the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. I read the 5th season in like 4 or 5 days. Absolutely brilliant. And I was hoping to read the Obelisk Gate in the next 4 or 5 days, and hoping to be just around finishing up the Stone Sky this weekend. And I'm only about 39% through the Obelisk Gate, because the work the last 2 weeks has been crazy. So I think I've only read about 20 pages this entire week. So my plans to at least read 2 trilogies and possibly a third this month are really starting to look more and more like I hope I finish this trilogy. But I think so. I think I will. This Obelisk Gate so far is, again, just as brilliant as the first book. Really, really great story. There's so much here, and there's so much hinted at the way the story's written in this sort of second-person kind of quasi-storytelling mode, which is really interesting narrative that she chose, N.K. Jemisin chose to write this in. It's very different. But I got into it after about the first chapter or so, and then it's kind of, I don't even notice so much that it's such a different kind of POV voice than what you normally get, particularly in like big, epic, high fantasy stuff. But I am determined to get through this. I know I'll at least finish this trilogy this month, but I really want to read the Binti trilogy. That's the next trilogy I'm reading after this. The 3rd Binti book just came out on the 16th. Binti, the Night Masquerade. And I think I can make some pretty good progress on that. I'm determined to. One, I want to see how this Broken Earth trilogy ends. And I'm nearing the halfway point of the whole trilogy, so I think I'm getting closer to some like more major things, really like blowing your mind, like the first book did. At one point, I mentioned that in one of my earlier videos. And other than that, apparently in this week I've been swamped with work. I've barely been online, barely been on Twitter. YouTube changed all their rules for monetization and all this stuff, where they've decided the new content creator is not going to get rewarded for quite a long time. I've been on BookTube since mid-September, so October, November, December, January, 4 months. And I was already eligible for monetization, though I hadn't turned it on yet. But now with these new rules, we're looking at years for me before I'll be able to monetize anything. And I know in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it wasn't a priority. I didn't go into this saying, ooh, I got to make some money. You know, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This channel will be whatever I make of it, I suppose. But I'm now 776 followers away from getting to 1,000 people. And who knows how many thousands and thousands of hours viewed. So that's really disappointing. I don't really understand the business model part of it here for YouTube. You would think they would be encouraging new people to come onto their platform, because you always want new creativity coming in to your business. So to turn around and only reward the people who've been with you a long time and then punish new people just seems like a really strange way to go about it. I'm hoping this is something that if they see a negative impact to the business itself, that they'll revisit it and rethink it. Since this is a platform for creators, to punish creators, particularly new ones, is just a strange thing to do. But I imagine they must have their reasons and their formulas and their algorithms that tell them that this is the way they're supposed to go right now. And I don't know how their business really runs behind the scenes, so who knows? We'll see. But it just strikes me as a strange thing. I do want to thank everyone on Twitter who shared my channel for our people to come and follow. And thank you to all the new followers that I have as a result of it. And also hello to all the people that I've recently followed in the past day or so, once I finally got back online and started going through all the mentions and everything. A lot of cool channels I've discovered. Normally, Friday reads for me, for those of you who are new, I kind of go over what I've read during the week and what my reading plans are for the rest of the weekend. Obviously, I'm in the middle of my year-long Harry Potter first-time reread of the series. I'm in The Prisoner of Azkaban right now. So I still have to record the video for last week's chapters, and I'll be reading this week's chapters as well. So I'm going to try to fit in creating both of those videos, whether I'll be able to get them both up this weekend and catch up, or I'll just consider the Patronus video last week's video. And this series will run 53 weeks instead of 52 weeks. In the grand scheme of things, I don't know how much of a difference that makes. But like I said, I do hope that how I'm going to do it going forward will help me offset real hard restrictions on my time. And other than that, I am pretty much going to stop rambling here. I have at least a week, almost 2 weeks worth of YouTube videos to go watch, BookTube videos to go watch of everyone else. I've got to some of my comments. I think there's more comments I still have to get to. I'll be getting to those at some point this weekend. And I'm looking forward to catching up on what everyone else has been doing and leaving comments on your videos as well. Thank you very much. I am just going to sit back, I think, tonight, unwind after a crazy 2 weeks of work, have a craft beer, which, going with a Stone Brewing Arrogant Bastard. I love this beer. It's You're Not Worthy. But anyway, I'm just going to chill, listen to some BookTube videos, and just kind of veg out for the night, and then dive back in tomorrow morning. So here's to BookTube. Here's to hoping YouTube changes their mind and rethinks this policy that's punishing new people coming onto their platform. If you have any views on it and you either have a video you recorded already, just point that out in the comments below, or feel free if you haven't recorded a video, or if you're just a BookTube watcher and not a BookTube vlogger. I want to know what your thoughts are of all these people you watch sort of either being demonetized if they're already monetized, or some of us like me who are now going to be years away before we can monetize it all. Just curious to see what the general reaction is overall. And I guess especially for the people who just watch BookTube, who aren't content creators yourselves. Does this make any difference to you at all, since you're not part of the back-end process where all this stuff takes place? Just curious. I always like hearing from anyone who watches my videos to see what their thoughts are on this kind of stuff, and if it has any kind of bearing or impact on you guys. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up. I am Charles, the SirBookSage. Happy reading.